The mixed-youth choir Leiden orphanage was the choir of the Heilige Geest of Arme and Kinderhuis in the city of Leiden in the Netherlands between 1796 and 1802. It was the first mixed-youth choir in Western Europe. 1796, the second year of the Batavian Republic in the Netherlands, saw the start of a remarkable project at the orphanage. The aim of the project was to provide the children of the orphanage with musical education. A choir was to be formed expressly for orphans from the age of 15, boys and girls. The repertoire was to consist of songs of religious nature, though not exclusively psalms as would normally be the case. Though it is not clear who was responsible for the establishment of the choir, we do know the name of the singing master in the trial period: J.H.T. Duville. This resident of Leiden was a private music teacher, either from the southern Netherlands or France. He began teaching in January 1796. It is most likely that the establishment of the choir can be linked to the presence from 1795 of the French in the Netherlands. The orphanage board of trustees that founded the choir was very much in favour of the French and the ideals of the French Revolution. The progress made in the first few months was so much to the satisfaction of the trustees that they decided to establish the choir officially on 19 April 1796. Duville was called away shortly after the official start of the choir, leaving them in need of a replacement. But fortunately one was soon found: organist and composer Christian Friedrich Rupp. At that time he was director of music at the Leiden University and organist at the Lutheran Church in Leiden. He accepted the position and commenced his duties in July 1796. From the time of his arrival the choir was funded by donations and the proceeds of concerts in which it participated. In the course of its existence 4 concerts were given in the Heilige, one of the 2 largest Reformed churches in Leiden. Rupp wrote works especially for the occasions, as well as songs written for the education and enjoyment of the children themselves. The first concert was given on the day following Christmas 1796. From the end of 1797 the choir faced a period of decline, mainly due to the worsening economic situation of the Batavian Republic as a whole, and of the institution in particular. In spite of this, the quality and quantity of music written for the choir remained constant. The last concert took place on 27 December 1798. The dissolution of the choir came soon after, in August of 1799. The books were closed on 12 January 1802. Despite its short existence, the orphan choir displayed a number of remarkable aspects, some of which can even be called unique. The choir can be considered as the first mixed-youth choir in Western Europe. It is also the first instance in the Netherlands of music education being given to children of a lower social class, and in a form that offered a variety of educational experiences. The children were taught to sing in a choir that performed in public and used texts of religious nature. The trustees also saw participation in the choir as partly a recreational activity, which was quite a remarkable idea in view of the rather austere circumstances of parentless children in Dutch society. The select group of children participating in the choir could also be held up as an example to the rest of the children of the orphanage. Those who did not sing in the choir were present at the concerts. The music written for them by Rupp is an excellent example of Dutch religious music in the classical style. Settings of works by well-known poets from around Leiden were included in the orphanage repertoire. Probably the best known of these poets is Hieronymus van Elphen, who by this time had written his famous poems for children, some of which were set by Rupp, and in the years 1822 to 1830 published. It is of course very rare for such a choir to have a director who is also its own resident composer. Of the music that Christian Friedrich Rupp wrote for the choir, only 2 pieces written for performances have survived. The A Circumflex Kunstmusik 1796 A Circumflex, and the A Circumflex Musik für het Paarschvis 1797 A Circumflex. The manuscript of the A Circumflex Kunstmusiek 1796 A Circumflex was discovered in 1987, when a new inventory was made of the archives of the Heilige Geest orphanage. The pieces can be seen in the light of the vocal music from the time of the A Circumflex Godsdienstige and Genechapina, so-called religious choral societies, which existed in the Netherlands in the years 1800 to 1820.